Well, Preecy, our unbeaten record at home for nearly 12 months comes to an end, and ultimately a disappointing afternoon for us.
Yeah, I thought we struggled today, especially early on in the game. I thought they took control of the game early, and when we pressed, they played through the press really, really well. Some of their passing and movement was very good, and when we won the ball back, we didn't find a way out to get enough control of the game. We had little moments again, mostly again through Craig, where we had a couple of opportunities where we could have scored, but they had the better opportunities, and just as the game's probably going into that lull where not a lot's happening, and maybe we can find our way back in. Obviously the red card, I don't know whether it's a red or not. Just didn't look like there was any force in the challenge, because Blakey looked like he was off balance, so I think he probably stuck his leg out. I don't know. I don't know. But then obviously we go down to 10 men. We probably do okay with 10 men. They're probably creating less with 10 men than they were with 11, and we just get through to half time, and just as it is at the minute, we can see right on the half time whistle. I don't know how he gets it in from there. I'm told that it's an unbelievable finish by him, but for all their good play and the way they move the ball, it's a long ball over the top, and he's managed to put it in. So yeah, so it makes it difficult from there. With 10 men, we do well. We have a way of playing that keeps us in the game and gives us a chance. And even before half time, we got the chance, didn't we, with Ello had a free header maybe to make it 1 each. And when things are going for you, those go in, and then you get the momentum. You probably come out, and things are different. Just at the minute, things are going against us, and like I said, you have those spells. You have those spells when you're not playing well during the season. You can't play well week in, week out, and we've had a few games now where we've struggled to play anywhere near our best, but we hang in, and we've just through our desire and our organisation, we stay in games and give ourselves a chance. And second half it was difficult. Again, they didn't really create anything second half. Don't think Matty didn't have a save, and we had the chance with Willow, and then it's a mistake for the second goal. And how many mistakes does Ello make? A few or any, and the lads nipped in and got a penalty, and you can't fault the effort of the players. But I did say we have got to improve our quality, because at the minute we're not controlling the ball as well as what we have done, and we just got to come through the other side. It's funny speaking about it, because like you say, it's we've just gone a 20 game unbeaten run at home, and we feel really flat. But it was a flat performance. The Oxford game again was a flat performance in the first half, and we lifted that to get a point. So we just got to keep sticking together, like we always do. We've been in way worse positions when I've been manager here, and when I've been assistant here. We've had tough times, and you always come through, and because we're made of that at Chorley, where we stick together, because we know that hopefully it's only temporary, and we're still in a decent position. You put a run together now, and you're looking at the top four again. So yeah, disappointing. and you know, it's something that we've got to get our way through.
From you as the manager, do you feel like it's important to look at the bigger picture? Only pretty much a quarter of the way through the season, you know, you're going to have these ups and downs, and as you say, we've done it year on year. We tend to go on these good runs, and maybe next week at Peterborough will be the start of one.
You know, you have to be, you know, like I say, when you win, you've got to enjoy it and be buzzing. And I say that because I know how hard it is, how hard this league is to win a game. So you've got to enjoy that, you know. And the losses, yeah, will be really, really down. The lads are really down about it, especially losing that unbeaten home record. And then when that all goes and you settle down, you start preparing for the next game. You look to see, you know, where you are and what your aims are and where you can go. And you know, although, you know, we played a game more than quite a few, you know, we're still in 8th position. We're right in touch with the playoffs. We've been way worse off than that, you know, in season. I think probably because we've been up there, and probably been up there for the last year and a bit, where we've probably been in the playoffs or in around it, although we dropped out against Buxton last year. That, you know, it probably feels worse than what it is, because you know, we're so used to it. And I said to the players, that's the big thing you can be proud of, is that you've now lifted the expectation year in, year out. Not just this year, not the previous season, you know, going back years and years, and we have lifted it. And you know, we've come off the back of, you know, 2 of our highest finishes in the club's history in the last 2 seasons. You know, other than the 2 promotions we've had in our history when we've gone into the National League, the last 2 were the highest positions that we've finished in our history. That's what these lads have achieved, you know, and now we're sitting 8th in the league. You know, these things happen. They don't just happen to us. You know, they happen to bigger clubs than us, and at the top level, you know, it happened. You know, you have a look at it. Liverpool losing game after game, after winning loads of games. Sometimes it just happens. So that's where your level-headedness comes, like you say, where you regroup and you look at it. But you know, we have to do better. We're not saying, oh, we're playing great, and you know, we know we've got to improve on how we're playing. Yeah, there's things that are not helping us at the minute. But you know, we're trying to get through that period, and when those things change, and you know, we manage to get one or two players back, then you know, things will change quickly. And you know, there's still lots to be positive about, and we won't let it dwell past the weekend. But this weekend, yeah, we'll be hurting because we know that wasn't good enough.
Looking ahead to next weekend's game at Peterborough, tough place to go, but I guess in summary, would your message to the fans be to stick with us while we're on this run?
Well, they do stick with us, and they've been through a lot worse than what's going on at the minute. You know, you go off, and you know, there's a fair few fans there clapping at the end, and you know, that's what you need, and that's what keeps you going, and keeps you driving so hard to be successful, because you want to be successful for them. You want to give them something to cheer about. And been a long time since, you know, we've gone off with our heads down, and you know, we appreciate those for staying behind and clapping us off, and you know, we'll turn it round, you know, and you know, that those same people will be still clapping us, and you know, we'll be there thanking them.